It's now time for the Reward Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to February 8th, year 2025, when the Nashville Predators were hosting the Buffalo Sabres the night before the Four Nations tournament break. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensemen the following ways: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Marchessault; Stamkos, Svechnikov, and Nyquist; Novak, Sissons, and Kemmel; Smith, McCarron, and Weisblatt back up from Milwaukee, replacing LaRue, who is out injured day-to-day. Yossi and Shen, Shea and Blankenberg, Gravel, and Barron. Noonan gets the start in net for the Preds. 36 seconds into the game, and it is a Noonan coming with a save on Kulik. First shot on goal of the game. It was followed up by Peterka's rebound off of the post. 59 seconds now. The first period is Luukkonen coming up with a save on O'Reilly. That's Nashville's first shot on goal of the game. Now we go to the 3:55 mark of the first period when it's Thompson missing the net when the between the legs attempt. He had so much time and space in this opportunity that he went ahead and tried a trick shot, and it almost worked out. 5:37 now of the first period. It's a Noonan coming with a save on Quinn, plus the follow-up by Power, but at 6:57, the Predators break through first. Tommy Novak's 11th goal of the season picks up where he left off the previous game. He scored the Predators' last goal, and now he scores the Predators' first goal in this game, giving the Preds a 1-0 lead. 9:02 of the first now. It's Noonan coming with a save on Thompson. 9:25 of the first. It's Brady Shea with his 6th goal of the season. Redirect off of O'Reilly, feed to the low slot. Off of the rush, he jumped up into the play and found himself in an advantageous scoring position to give the Predators a 2-0 lead on his 6th goal of the season. 11:03 of the first period. Noonan coming up with a save on Peterka. 12:28. Noonan comes up with a save on Quinn. 14:26. Another save on Power. And at 15:21, the Buffalo Sabres are breaking through as Byram gets his 7th goal of the season. Noonan never saw the shot through the flash screen. Buffalo Sabres on the board now. Nashville still leading 2-1, but at 18:25 of the first, it's Dahlin with his 7th goal of the season. A solid shot, plenty of traffic in front. Ties this game up at 2 apiece. So the Nashville Predators were up 2-0, now tied at 2. 19:42 of the first, it's Tuck off the box. 2 minutes for interference. That takes us to the end of the first period. Buffalo outshoots Nashville in the first period 13-10. But the Predators will see a carryover of 1 minute and 42 seconds of their power play going into the clean sheet of the second period. That's where we find Luukkonen coming up with a save on Novak, and then another save on Ryan O'Reilly at the 4:49 mark of the second period. It's a Noonan coming up with a save on McLeod at 7:06 of the second. It's a Noonan coming up with a save on Gilbert. 10:48 now of the second period. Fairly low event start to this period. Luukkonen comes up with a save on Gravel. That leads to a large scrum, and that's going to send McCarron and Gilbert off to the box. 2 minutes each. That leads to a 4-on-4 situation where Noonan has come with a save on Byram. Rebound cleared off of the line by the defense right here. So Noonan getting the support that he needs right here. Good save, but then better support by the D. At the 12:36 mark of the second period, it's Luukkonen coming with a save on Nyquist. 14:16 now. The second, it's Cousins off the box. 2 minutes for roughing during the post-whistle scrum. He took an extra couple of punches at a couple of Predators players and got caught for doing it. That's going to put the Preds on a power play, and Forsberg is going to convert for his 20th goal this season. Yossi takes a shot, and it goes off of the traffic in front. Forsberg finds the loose puck and has the easy finish before anyone else can locate it. This puts Nashville Predators ahead 3-2 in the second period, and then 15-13. The second, there's Brady Shea again getting on the score sheet with his 2nd goal of the game, his 7th of the season. He was left wide open in the slot. It worked the first time when he crashed the slot. This time, he had even more time and space, picks his spot, and puts the Predators ahead by a score of 4-2. But 17:41 the second, this game is wild back and forth. Tuck, his 19th goal of the season. It was a far side wrist shot off the post, and in. This makes the game 4-3 in favor of the Nashville Predators. 19:03 mark of the second period. Noonan coming up with a save on Byram. We hit the intermission. The Buffalo Sabres out shooting the Nashville Predators 20-18. We hit the third period, and it's 2:24 in before we find our first action. That's where Noonan's coming with a save on Zucker. Then 3:28. Noonan a save on Krebs. 5:10. Noonan a save on Zucker again. The Buffalo Sabres buzzing here. 5:49 now of the third period. Stamkos hitting the post not once but twice on this opportunity. 6:58 of the third. Forsberg with his 21st goal of the season. A snipe of a wrist shot off of O'Reilly's setup. That gives the Predators a 5-3 lead. 9:06 of the third. It's Barron off the box. 2 minutes for tripping. And then Shea is going to pick up a penalty. 2 minutes for hooking. This is going to lead to a 5-on-3 for 26 total seconds. And Cousins is going to cash in with his 11th goal of the season. A one-timer from the left circle after just absolute chaotic zone time. This came on the 5-on-4. So we go back to even strength, but the Predators only leading 5-4. 13-minute mark of the third period. Benson puts the puck into the net, tying the game up at 5 apiece, but it is challenged after it was kept in at the blue line. A turnover by the Preds D. The play ends up being challenged for offsides. It is overturned. The goal is taken off of the board, so the Buffalo Sabres go back to having 4 goals. The Predators' 5-4 lead is restored. An incredibly important and successful challenge here by the Nashville Predators. 14:45 now off the third period. Krebs hits the crossbar. 17:46 of the third. Newton comes up with a save on Peterka, plus the follow-up by Power. In 19:29 of the third period, it's Marchessault with an empty net goal, his 17th of the season. That gives the Preds a 6-4 lead, and that would be your final score in this game. So it looked like the Buffalo Sabres had tied the game up at 5 apiece, but that challenge works in the Predators' favor. That goal comes off the board, and the Preds hang on and get the empty net goal to get a little bit of relief there in the final seconds of the game, winning this game 6-4. They get outshot by Buffalo 29-23, and this was just one wild game right here. Predators probably should consider themselves lucky to get away with this one with the victory, even though they got out ahead early and got out ahead a couple of different times. The Buffalo Sabres were lurking this entire game, but nonetheless, the Predators come away with the victory, and after a 6-game losing streak, you'll take it any way you can get it, and the Predators go into the break with 2 points in the win column for the first time in quite some time. That's going to do it for the Reverse Sports full game recap. We've got more analysis and box score and all that stuff coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.